All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rohan Tondlekar. I'll be going. I'll be presenting you on replication checker plugin for Zotero. I'll share the download link and the website link in the chat. So to install Zotero plugin, you just need to click on the direct download link present here. This will download the XPI file for a replication checker, which then you can install on Zotero by going to plugins in tools and then selecting install plugin from file. When that is your very first installation of fresh installation, you will be welcomed with an onboarding guide for our plugin, where you can see all the key features, languages we support, how to check your entire library, what other features we have inside the plugin. And after the onboarding, you also get a yes or no prompt where you can do your first scan of your whole Zotero library. This would scan your entire Zotero library, which might have more than 1,000 entries. So you can either choose not to scan it right now, or then choose to scan it just at the beginning and then see what the results come out. I'll show you. If you still want to go ahead and check your entire library, you just need to go to tools, and there you can find the check current library button, which would then scan your entire library and you would get your applications. You can also right click on any collection and then see check for replications. Same with on each article, you would get that button to do a check for replications. When you do this, Flora replications folder will be generated, and all the replications related to that original article will be automatically added to your Flora replications folder. You can see where it was stored, how many DOIs had replications, and what did it store. When we do this, to the original article, we add a replications found node. It's an auto-generated node, which gives you an overview of all the three replications of this original paper, their DOI, what the author reported outcome was for each of these instances, and what their quote was for the replication. We also have a links here to if you find any issues in the data or any issue, or you would like to give any feedback to the team, you can just use these links to share your feedback on the data part. We also add tags to our original articles about has been replicated, what kind of replication outcome did the original article have, and we also relate the auto added articles to the original. So you can just click on any of these articles and you would be transferred to our replication article, which also has these tags of added by replication checker. It is a replication and the outcome. If you do a scan across the whole library or collection, it will take some time, but you should soon get a prompt and it will start adding all the replications one by one. Once it's completed, it will give you a prompt that all replications have been added, and yeah, let's just wait a minute. I don't know if you can see this. It's on another screen, but it says checking for applications in collection, scanning found 13 items with 13 unique DOS, and it's adding replications for each of those. And it's 11 items at replication, and it added them to Flora replications. Now we also have reproductions, which are basically replications, but with the same data. For those, we just add them to another folder called Flora reproductions, and the articles are separate in two different collections. So you know which are replications and which are reproductions. Now, there will be instances where a replication will have multiple original articles. Like it won't just be one replication, one original article and one replication. It will be possible, like for many labs and other articles, that there are multiple original studies which they try to replicate. In those cases, we add an original articles note as well to Zotero, which lists all the original articles it tried to replicate with their DOIs and the replication outcome. If you There could be an instance like in this case, let's say you have 20 originals, but you only have one original article in your library, but three of them are relevant to you. So you would like to add all three articles to your library. For that instance, you would just need to right click on a replication, and you can see an add originals button. This add original buttons will show you that it found 24 original articles for this replication. Please select which original you would like to add. Now you could add all the original articles, or you could select which originals to add. Let's assume I select any of these two and then add selected. These two get added to this folder called Flora Originals linked to replications. This would be same with Flora reproductions as well. Yeah, it's adding and it's done. Here also we automatically add the replications found node, which is it studied try to replicate many labs 2, also many labs 2. And there was one another paper do incidental for this original article. There are two replications, one of which is already in our collection. The other one you can add if you want. Now, there is also the possibility that one original article has three replications, but only two of them are relevant to you, and third one you don't want in your collection. So, deleting if you delete them, it is possible that when another check for replication run happens, that third article gets automatically added to your library. And if you want to avoid from that from ever happening, what you have to do is just right click on a replication which you don't want in your collection and ban replication. This would automatically delete this and also add the replication to our blacklist. Now, if you go to settings in Zotero and replication checker, you can see all the available settings for which are available for you. This has check library for replication. And by default, it's set to monthly. You can select how often you want your library to be auto checked on Zotero. This also has a check mark which says whenever you automatically add a DOI, it automatically checks if it's available in our database or not. This is our blacklist. You can select which replications you want to remove from this blacklist or completely clear all banned replications, and this gets empty. Uh, these are default names for the Flora replications, Flora reproductions, originals, and everything. There is a possibility that you would like to change any of these. So, for instance, if you change this, on the next run, when a new article is being added to Flora replications, the name will change from Flora replications to Flora replications test. Now, all of this I showed to you was for personal libraries. The same will also be happening for your group libraries. For instance, in group libraries case, if you do check for replications, see it added Flora replications test, and this is how it will keep on adding the articles for your replications. There could be group libraries where you don't really have edit permission, you only have read-only permissions. For those libraries, what we have done is when we will check for application for read-only libraries, wait, yeah, it will give you a prompt saying that the library is read only. We have 11 replications for that library. So would you like to make a copy of this in your personal library and then add replications? In that instance, if you click on OK, it will create a duplicate of this read-only library to your personal library with a mark saying it is a read-only library, and also add the replications for these articles in your Flora replications folder. You can also check the stat for your Flora replications here at the end, where you can see how many original articles were there, how many were with only replications, with only reproductions, how many replications were added, how many reproductions were added. If you click on this button, Flora Atlas, it will take you to Flora Atlas, which Keegan will be explaining further.